The ULTRASPORT Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Well, it is Christmas Eve here in Pittsburgh as we welcome you to the NFL on ULTRASPORT. It's our first game of 3 today, and it's one with massive playoff implications. The Kansas City Chiefs pay a visit to the Pittsburgh Steelers. In our first game here today on Christmas Eve, Kansas City, the team that is currently first in the AFC, Pittsburgh second. Battle here for the number 1 seed as we are in the second to final week of the 2024 NFL season. Pittsburgh to kick here today to start us off. Kansas City to receive. Glad to have you with us. And the stadium sold out here, Acrisure Stadium, packed to the brim with fans, despite the fact that this is Christmas Eve afternoon. There is the kick, and this will be taken out past the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, and up to the 32. And that's going to lead Patrick Mahomes and the offensive line for the Chiefs out onto the field for the first time. Mahomes, an era-defining quarterback, 27 touchdowns, 14 interceptions last season, a season in which he won yet another Super Bowl with Kansas City. Chiefs have won AFC championship after AFC championship, and they've had a couple Lombardi trophies in there as well. Looking to three-peat this season, and they're on track, it seems, to pull it off. Kansas City winning against the Eagles last year and the 49ers this year, as well as a victory against San Francisco in the 2020 Super Bowl, which took place in Miami. Faced off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2021. Couldn't pull it off there. It was Mahomes versus Brady in the battle of the big quarterbacks, and it was Brady coming out on top. Can the Chiefs pull off that three-peat? That'll be the first time, I believe, it's ever been done in NFL history, as Pacheco will get up to the 41 here. 3rd and 1 coming up for Kansas City. These two teams basically all but guaranteed playoff spots, but one of them has to win, one of them has to lose in a match that very well could be a preview of this year's AFC Championship game. This pass is going to be caught by Xavier Worthy. He's taken out at the 48, at Kansas City's 48. Chiefs pick up a first down on that play. We'll go into the standings and the statistics and all that during the halftime show in this game, which is effectively, as I said, a battle for the number 1 seed, as this will be caught by Juju Smith-Schuster. Chiefs get past the 50 up to Pittsburgh's 42. Moving steadily up the field here in the first quarter. Glad to have you all with us. Again, we've got 3 games today. We'll be in Houston later as the Ravens take on the Texans, and then we'll go over to Chicago tonight. Seahawks battling the Bears. And I've been told there is some heavy snowfall forecasted for that game. Wait and see how that turns out. 2nd and 6 here for Kansas City. Two minutes gone, 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Kelsey changing position perhaps. There's the snap off the 38. This will be caught by Smith-Schuster. His second catch here today. Total of 17 yards. 3rd and 1 for the Chiefs. Here you see Mike Tomlin, the long tenured coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, on the sidelines, hoping to lead them to the Super Bowl this year. Pittsburgh, in the ULTRASPORT standings, mind you, stayed on top of the AFC for quite a long time, quite a few weeks. Kansas City supplanting them, I believe, last week or the week before. And the Chiefs, the best team in the AFC in our universe as well, hoping to ride the wave all the way to the Super Bowl. As we bring you coverage of the second to final week of the regular season. We won't have any coverage of the final week, so this is a bit of a last hurrah. We're going to be doing college football instead as the playoff continues, and our coverage of that begins this Saturday night, December 28th. First and 10 for the Chiefs on the 16. Now just 30 seconds to go in quarter number one. Can they get a score here before the quarter comes to its end? There's the snap. Mahomes fired it away. Pass caught, and that is Travis Kelce in the end zone to give the Chiefs the lead and the first score of the game. The tight end giving Kansas City their first points here as we take a look at this once again. Chiefs are up with 21 seconds to go in the first quarter. You can see the frustration there for Mike Tomlin. But the Steelers have not even had a chance to have the ball. They will in a matter of moments as the point after is good here. 9 plays, 68 yards, 3 minutes, 34 seconds of game time on that scoring drive for Kansas City. Players high-fived by Andy Reid as they come off the field. And now Mike Tomlin prepares to send Russell Wilson and the Steelers offensive line out onto the field for the first time today. Setting up the kick here. If you look in the stands, there are quite a number of Chiefs fans here as well. I see a lot of red amidst the yellow and black. This will be taken out past the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25. Up to the 28. And here comes Russell Wilson and the Steelers O-line. Wilson last year had 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and 3,070 yards. 297 completed passes from 447 attempts. Has led the Steelers to the number 2 position in the AFC here, but hoping to get back to number 1 with a win against Kansas City this afternoon, this Christmas Eve afternoon. There's the snap. Wilson looking for the first pass of the game, and it is going to be caught by Mike Williams. First down there as the Steelers move up to their own 39. That's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. Kansas City 7, Pittsburgh 0. We'll be right back. Back here in Pittsburgh for the start of the second quarter. Steelers have the ball. It's first and 10 on their own 39-yard line. 7-0 in favor of the Chiefs. And this is going to be a loss of 3 as Harris goes back to the 35. Chiefs defense with a good start to this second quarter. We're glad to have you with us here on Christmas Eve. Big AFC matchup. If the playoffs were to end today, if the season were to end today, Kansas City would be the number 1 seed. Pittsburgh would be number 2. This is a battle for top-ranked team in the conference. This handoff is going to be successful, get Pittsburgh up to their own 44, but it's 3rd and 5. Can they convert here, or will the ball go quickly back to the Chiefs? And if it does, Pittsburgh will have quite an uphill battle. Pass will be caught here, and that is a first down. Calvin Austin on Pittsburgh's 49 keeps the Steelers alive on this possession. First game of 3 here today. We've got the Texans hosting the Ravens later on, followed by tonight's game between the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks. Wilson evades it, pass is caught. Almost went down, almost had a sack. He runs away, gets it to George Pickens, and it's a first down for Pittsburgh. Let's see this again. He's thwarted the proverbial assassination attempt. Here's the replay of that. Just able to get away, barely though. And Pittsburgh moving up to the 36. First down. Just a few seconds to go before the 2-minute warning. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff, spins through. Pass will be caught by Pickens. Pickens gets up to the 12. First down, Steelers. And they were on third down previously. They're now in the red zone as the 2-minute warning kicks in here before halftime. And we're, again, going to be going into the stats, or the standings here in the AFC during the halftime show. Wilson waiting. He's going to go for it. He's going to go for it. All the way into the end zone. The way was clear. Touchdown, Steelers. He was running around looking confused, but there's a wide open space here. He just takes off running. Good thinking there from Russell Wilson. And there's the tying touchdown. Well, tying, of course, assuming they make the extra point, but we've seen some pretty good stuff from kickers all season, so that's practically a guarantee. But let's see. Kick is up, and it's good. 7-7. 7 plays, 73 yards, 2 minutes, 24 seconds of game time as the Steelers make this touchdown for touchdown. We are tied with 1:53 to go before halftime, and Pittsburgh will be receiving to start the third quarter. They've got a chance to turn the tables here, but what you need to do is run down the clock and keep Kansas City in their own end. Mahomes is going to be out there, one of the best quarterbacks probably ever, as this will be caught and taken out past the 15, 20, 25. He's down to 29. So here comes Patrick Mahomes, 6 for 6 today on passing, 56 yards and 1 touchdown. And Kansas City looking to take the lead before the half. As I was saying, what's really crucial for Pittsburgh here is to run down the clock. Both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining, but you want to keep Kansas City in their own end, and or force them to 4th down, even better. Keep them in their own end and run down the clock. And this will be a caught pass, bringing Kansas City up to the 37. Hopkins will start it off with a gain of 8. But Pittsburgh, if they stop Kansas City here, as we see the no-huddle offense, if they stop the Chiefs here, they won't be trying to catch up and tie in the second half. They'll be trying to take the lead. Worthy with the catch here, as the Chiefs use their first timeout, getting up to their own 43 on that play. 1:17 to go in this half. Christmas Eve football. It's an American tradition, really. Christmas sports. We've got the NFL, we've got NBA, as this pass will be caught. And we're getting down to the final. This is the second to final week of the season, actually. And as I said, no coverage of the of Week 18 because of the college football playoff, but we will have the NFL playoffs when those get underway. 1st and 10 at the 46. Chiefs have gotten past the 50 here. Pass is going to be caught, and Hopkins down to 37, gain of 9. As we come up to the final minutes here, 1 minute to go. There you see Andy Reid on the sidelines. Coach who has led Kansas City to Super Bowl after Super Bowl. Quite a dynasty they have going there. As this will be caught, I believe, by Travis Kelce. As I mentioned before, Chiefs looking at three-peats. They've all but qualified for the playoffs. 45 seconds to go. Can it be done? This is a team, the Chiefs, that's going to go down in history no matter what happens. And they were talking about the three-peat all the way back in last year's Super Bowl when they beat the 49ers. Post-game interviews and all that. The three-peat was the big topic. And now it seems it's closer than ever. As Kansas City get up to the 24 here. Just over 30 seconds and one timeout left for the Chiefs. Steelers could settle for a field goal here as well. There's that no-huddle offense coming out again. They want to conserve that final timeout. Mahomes fires it away. Pass will be caught. And there's the last timeout. Chiefs get up to the 5. And it's highly likely that Kansas City will have the lead going into the half as we take a look at this once again. 16 seconds to play in the first half here in our first game on Christmas Eve. The snap on first and goal. Mahomes fires it away. Did he get it? I believe he did. Touchdown Chiefs. It is Xavier Worthy in the end zone. And if you listen, you can hear the booing from all sides here on Acrisure Stadium. And I think he caught that. Seems pretty obvious, but you never know what they're going to take to a booth review. But you can't really challenge that. Kansas City get into the lead. Now for the point after. Whoa, there it is. There it is. It looks pretty obvious to me. But I guess this is going to go to a booth review. And there's the catch. He gets 1 foot down, 2. Yeah, I think this call has to stand. We'll see what the refs say after this booth review, and I believe the call is going to stand. Eruption of booing here in Pittsburgh as the Chiefs get ready for the point after. Snap, the kick, and one more. 8 plays, 70 yards, 1 minute 37 seconds of game time on that scoring drive. Chiefs take the lead before halftime, and as the Steelers receive in the third quarter, they'll be looking to catch up and tie this game. If they can't pull it off within these last 12 seconds, I know it sounds crazy, but stranger things have happened here on ULTRASPORT, believe me. Butker setting up for the kick. And this is going to go for a touchback. Steelers out to the 30. Can Russell Wilson and company take advantage of this? We're about to find out. Steelers have all 3 timeouts remaining, so that's also an advantage. That touchdown that Pittsburgh has was a touchdown Wilson ran in himself. They're going to go for a running play here. Timeout. Take the timeout. No timeout. That'll take us to the half. Kansas City 14, Pittsburgh 7. Steelers run down the clock as we welcome you to the ULTRASPORT halftime show here in our first game of the day on Christmas Eve. It is a battle for the number 1 seed in the AFC. Let's take a look at the standings and the playoff picture. You can see that the Chiefs 12-3, they are in first. Steelers 11-4 in second. Both teams will have the same record if the Steelers manage to win here today. It's a battle between 2 of the best teams in the NFL today. Huge matchup here. And let's go now to the scene in Houston. We've got our second game of the day coming up later. It is the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Houston Texans. They're also prominently featured in the playoff picture. Houston is in third, 10-5, while the Ravens are 11-4. They're in fifth, and we're going to have coverage of that game at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 1:30 p.m. Pacific. Second half just about to get underway. Let's go back to the field here at Acrisure Stadium. So again, it's going to be Pittsburgh receiving as we start off this third quarter here at Acrisure Stadium. Again, we want to thank you for joining us here on Christmas Eve. It's our first game of 3 today. Close game here between Pittsburgh and Kansas City. It could go either way, and that'll especially be true if the Steelers manage to pull off a touchdown here. This is taken out past the 10, the 20, the 15, the 20, the 25, and down to the 28 goes the returner as Russell Wilson leads the Steelers back out onto the field. But let's take a look at Najee Harris. His highlights. Are we going to? Okay, maybe not. Just a graphic of his face and a close-up of him as he walks out on the field. That was random. I don't know what they're doing over there in production, but it is what it is. And here we go. 73 total yards, 55 passing yards for the Steelers here today. Majority is passing, but they're not neglecting the run game entirely as well, as this will be a gain of 5. Pass is caught to get this third quarter underway. Mike Tomlin looking to lead this franchise to their first Super Bowl since 2010. They were unsuccessful in that effort as they were defeated by the Green Bay Packers, led by Aaron Rodgers and company. Super Bowl 45, which I believe was in Dallas, Texas. Pass is caught by George Pickens. That moves Pittsburgh up to the 42, and that has enlivened up the crowd here a bit at Acrisure Stadium. There's the replay. Caught around the 48, the 49, gets a few more yards, and Pittsburgh now past the halfway point of the field. First down on the 42, there's the snap. Handoff here, breaking through for a gain of 2 is Najee Harris. 2nd and 8 coming up on the 41. Passing game has worked well here for the Steelers. They're going to go for it again. Wilson possibly at a risk of being sacked there. He manages to get it away to Mike Williams before the situation gets too bad. But I saw the Chiefs defense sort of breaking through the lines there and coming after the quarterback. And you see the frustration now on the face of Andy Reid as the Steelers look to take back their place as number 1 in the AFC. Hand off to Najee Harris again. He'll get up to the 11. Steelers are in the red zone. First down. Closer and closer to that much-needed tying touchdown. As I said at the start of this quarter, this could go either way. This really could go either way. There's the snap, handoff to Harris, and he can't get through. No gain, no loss. Najee Harris with his 5th rush of the day. He's accumulated a total of just 9 yards. But here, when you're close to the end zone, you're going to want to go for the rushing game as opposed to the passing, because you could throw it too far. We just had a booth review in the first half. It did work out in favor of Kansas City, but it looked to some as though the catch was too far out. Thrown away here by Wilson, at risk of being sacked once again. He's been in those occasions quite a bit here today. 3rd and 10 on the 11 for Pittsburgh. Chiefs defense looking to force Pittsburgh to settle for a field goal. Oh, deflection! And that's going to move him to 4th down. Incredible placement there. Are we going to see the replay on this? Doesn't look like it. That was great. Great move by Kansas City's defense. And they've indeed sent out the kicker. This from the 18. The snap and the kick. 3 points. 14-10. And now that changes things. Where I previously said this could be anyone's game, it gets a lot less competitive now that Kansas City has a chance to make this an 11-point gap. They're 2 for 2, I believe, on possessions, on touchdowns from possessions here today. Hoping to go 3 for 3. We've entered the final minute of the 3rd quarter here at Acrisure Stadium. There's the kick, and this will be taken out past the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, and down on the 28. Mahomes and company returning to the field. Chiefs with a 4-point lead. Pittsburgh would already need a touchdown to take that lead from them, but now it may very well be an 11-point gap. Something where they need a touchdown. No, not even a touchdown and a field goal to tie, but only 2 touchdowns, and that would give them the lead. Handoff here. And look at him go past the 40. Down at the 42 is Pacheco. Good start here for Kansas City as they get closer to the 50. Picking up a 1st down on the first play. Andy Reid nodding in approval from the sidelines. There's the snap on the 42. Quick toss here. And he ran right into that one. Hopkins down to 42. 2nd and 10. Got time for one more play here, maybe. 8, 7, 6. 2nd and 10 on the 42. Can they get the snap? Doesn't look like it. We go to the 4th quarter. Kansas City 14, Pittsburgh 10 here on Christmas Eve. So the 4th quarter set to get underway here at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Both teams changing formations, a lot of sudden scrambling on the field as this pass will be caught by Travis Kelce. He manages to break through the first line of defense and get up to the 46. 1st down, Chiefs are past the 50. On their way perhaps to another touchdown. Steelers really need to rely on the defense here. They've got to step up their game if they want to have any chance of winning here. If Kansas City scores another touchdown, this is all but over. The only way in that scenario it can work out for the Steelers is if they're really conservative with their time, use their timeouts well, and deflection. Use their timeouts well and get some sort of interception or fumble, which may be the most important part, because say the Steelers get the ball back, say Kansas City scores a touchdown here, it's still not going to be enough. It'll be 21-17 or 18, depending on whether they go for a 2-point conversion. Then the Chiefs get the ball back, and you have to take it from them somehow. And I don't believe Kansas City has been on 4th down all day, so you need to pull something. Although they may be on 3rd down after. It's 4th down after this. It's 3rd and 7. Steelers hoping to strike gold. Will there be a Christmas miracle? Pass is caught by Pacheco. He's taken down. He's taken down. 4th down for the Chiefs. And now the Steelers may have a fighting chance. Ball's on the 40. Are they going to go for a field goal here? That is the question. Butker is out, so it looks like they're going to, but it's going to be long. This is going to be taken from the 47. 2-minute warning kicks in. Not a timeout, but a 2-minute warning. Breaking up this field goal attempt momentarily. Butker receiving perhaps some additional instructions from Andy Reid, runs back out onto the field. 4th and 3 on the 40. The kick is up. Oh my, it's good. Field goal, a long field goal, successful for the Chiefs. 17-10. And now the Steelers will get the ball. It's a 7-point game. They can tie it here. A 2-point conversion would get them the win. I know a lot of people here in Pittsburgh will be hoping for a Christmas miracle. 1:57 to play in the 4th quarter. What can you do with 1 minute and 57 seconds? As we've seen here on ULTRASPORT throughout the season, quite a lot. And if I may break the 4th wall, just look to the lower left of your screen where it says arcade. It's how we get away with normal scores in 4-minute quarters. Here we go. Return, carry out to the 25. As Russell Wilson re-enters the field. Steelers hoping for something nothing short of epic. Wilson waiting, steps way back. Got it away. Got it away. Crucial move there for Pittsburgh. Mahomes watching from the sidelines there as Wilson saves his hide by throwing it out of bounds. There's the snap. Steps back, being chased around now, past the 20, the 25, the 30, gets past the line and down on the 44. Steelers used their first timeout. Quarterback rush there, successful by Russell Wilson. He breaks away under threat of a sack for the 2nd play in a row. And the Steelers approaching the 50 now. Can there be a Christmas miracle here at Acrisure Stadium? This is only our first game of the day. Look at this! Is it caught? No, it's incomplete. Risky play there, but it's the best time to do it. 1st down, not much to lose there. Now on 2nd down, you may want to act a bit more sane. But it was a good try. The snap on 2nd and 10. Wilson, you see him stepping way back there. Chiefs with good pursuit. 3rd and inches as Najee Harris gets it there. Steelers past the 50, up to the 46. There's the snap. And Wilson, pass is caught. Pass is caught by George Pickens. He's down on the 30. You also want to run down the clock, because if the Chiefs get the ball, they could pull something off in the limited amount of time that is left. We've got just over a minute to go. Steelers with the no-huddle offense as we enter the final minute. Wilson fires it away. Pass caught here. Timeout. I believe that was Calvin Austin moving the Steelers up to the 22. 1 timeout remaining here for Pittsburgh. 2nd and 2 on the 22. This is intense. It's a race against time. The snap, the pass, the catch. And down goes Mike Williams on the 17. Steelers not using that timeout, which is interesting. But you do really have to think that through. How are you going to use your time? 38 seconds. Passing formation here. High snap, caught, and that's going to be the timeout. So you need a touchdown here. Field goal won't do. 2nd and 10 with 30 seconds to go. You know, they can't just send out the kicker if they're on 4th down. And that'll solve everything. This is going to come down to the wire. There's the snap. Wilson missed the sack. Did he get it? No. Incomplete, I think. 3rd and 10 on the 17. What an ending. What an ending. Here we go. On 3rd down. Steps back to pass. Wilson does. Catch made here, but they don't have a timeout. They don't have a timeout. 15 seconds. What a way to lose a football game. Move, move, move. That's it. That's it. The final score, Kansas City 17, Pittsburgh 10. What a way to go out. We'll see you later in Houston. Steelers can't beat the clock, and that will be all.